The ocean is an often terrifying place, full of unknown horrors. Subnautica harnesses this fear of the unknown to distill a feeling of pure dread inside anyone brave enough to explore its waters. In Subnautica, we assume the role of Riley Robinson, the sole survivor of a spacecraft known as the Aurora, which has crash-landed on a water-based planet known only as 4546b. Within the waters of this planet are many terrifying beasts, all standing in Riley's path to building a rocket which will allow him to escape this wretched place. In today's video, we take a look at Subnautica's scariest enemies, so sit back, relax, and let's dive deep. The Stalker resembles a cross between a crocodile and a shark, and hunts in small packs in the shallower waters of the planet. It can often be observed swimming around with large chunks of debris from the Aurora crash site between its freakishly long teeth. These teeth even break off on occasion as a result of chowing down on the metal they scavenge. It's not hard to imagine what these teeth could do to human flesh, and even a reinforced diving suit is no match for the Stalker if we swim too close, so keep a safe distance. Leeches are scary creatures as their sole purpose in life is to latch onto any warm-blooded creature and immediately begin sucking their blood dry. The Bleeder is exactly that, a parasitic creature with a hideous appearance who latches onto our character as we explore and drains our health until death. The only way to save ourselves is to quickly cut them off with our knife. These leech-like fauna can often take explorers by surprise, attacking in swarms and overwhelming the player in seconds. They provide many an unwanted scare while casually exploring shallow waters. Many people have a fear of sharks, and so this list will of course contain several creatures with a similar appearance. The most closely related is surely the aptly titled bone shark. The bone shark features a tough exoskeleton plated with hard panels of skin. This makes it particularly hard to dispatch of them quickly as they are well fortified against predators. Their mouth is full of small but razor-sharp teeth, which can deal massive damage to anyone foolish enough to venture into their hunting grounds. They are extremely aggressive and will give chase for long periods of time. Bone sharks often patrol darker waters and so are attracted to light sources, so flares can be useful to draw them away. Just remember to turn off your own lights when passing them by. From a distance, the sea treader Leviathan is pure nightmare fuel. Travelling in packs along deeper areas of the sea floor, these enormous insect-like creatures balance themselves using a pair of elongated hind legs and a long protruding snout. They come equipped with a pair of freakishly long antennae, which they use to detect scent. This steers them toward food and away from predators. As they slowly navigate the ocean trench, the sea treader Leviathan emits loud, echoing calls. Despite their creepy appearance, the sea treaders are actually non-hostile, grazing mostly on plants. Well, unless one would be foolish enough to get too close, that is. At which point this normally docile enemy shows its defensive side and attacks with a kick or stomp, inflicting massive damage. This nightmarish eel is known as the river prowler, and many of them can be found hunting for prey within the Lost River, a toxic cave system deep below the surface of the planet. Their bodies are partially transparent, revealing the creature's skeleton, however its organs thankfully remain hidden. The river prowler has a red, almost skinless looking head, with a mouth full of sharp teeth and long tendrils trailing behind its upper and lower jawline. These tendrils are used to grab its prey and pull them into its clutches. Probably the last thing you'd want to encounter when exploring an underwater cave system, but don't worry, it gets far worse. An aquatic lizard able to withstand extreme temperatures, the lava lizard is as scary to encounter as it is to look upon. This underwater reptile has built up magma scar tissue over time as a result of exposure to the volcanic environment it inhabits. It can be found deep within the inactive lava zone, a volcanic cave system at the very heart of a planet's core. The lava lizard is incredibly aggressive, attacking with a set of large curved teeth, as well as possessing the ability to spit molten fireballs from within. It can even burrow deep down into the lava bed itself, where it lays in wait for its next victim. We return to the shallower waters once again to take a look at a small yet terrifying defensive enemy type. This is a crashfish. It doesn't look particularly scary from the offset, aside from its cyclops-like appearance perhaps. However, it certainly has the ability to strike fear into anyone who uncovers its nest. The crashfish mostly inhabits caves within the shallower waters of Subnautica's planet, and hides away within flora known as the sulfur plant. When passing by this plant, the crashfish emerges and attacks. Exploring a maze-like cave only to be suddenly greeted by this ticking time bomb and its horrifying death cry is sure to make your skin crawl. With a lengthy eel-like body and crab-like mouth, the crabsnake is certainly well named. It can only be found in one area of the entire game, the beautiful yet haunting Jelly Shroom Cave. This is because the crabsnake actually lives inside these fluorescent mushrooms. These shrooms are both a place for the crabsnake to lay its eggs and also lay in wait for its next victim. If we pass by a jelly shroom housing one of these eels, it will launch a surprise attack. It's safe to say that once you've visited this particular area and collected the required resources, it's unlikely you'd feel the need to make a return trip. While navigating the ocean depths, you may happen upon a large cluster of electricity moving methodically through the water, accompanied by a zapping sound. This is the ampiel. Ampiels are, as the name suggests, eel-like fauna covered in electric barbs which can shock and stun anyone within range and follow that up with a bite, dealing large amounts of damage to the player. When the ampiel is attacked itself, it will flee, so if you find yourself in a tight spot, a little offensive action may just be the best defense. Do I need to elaborate on why the crab squid is so utterly terrifying? Probably not, but let's take a more detailed look at this nightmarish entity anyway. Like the crab eel before it, the crab squid coined its name due to its resemblance of both a crab and a squid. Its brain is exposed via a large bulbous translucent dome, and below this, 4 freaky looking eyes size up its prey. Its legs and pincers found below closely resemble those of a crab. The crab squid inhabits the deeper regions of the ocean, such as the deep Grand Reef and blood kelp zones. It is attracted to light, so be sure to turn off any illumination on your person when one is nearby. Not only that, these terrifying foes can emit a large EMP blast which disables any vehicles or equipment in range for a short time. This can often prevent escape and leave explorers at the crab squid's mercy. Ghosts are scary. Giant Leviathan class sea creatures are scary. Mash them together and we have one of Subnautica's most fear-inducing creations, the Ghost Leviathan. This is the second largest hostile monster within the game and comes in both juvenile and adult renditions. It has 6 piercing yellow eyes on its head, from which straggles a massive translucent glowing body equipped with several arm-like fins. These giants often emerge from complete darkness as they emit a bone-chilling screech. Take a listen. Ghost leviathans begin their life in the Lost River, born from eggs attached to the cove tree. After growing, they leave the confines of these caves and journey out into the wider ocean known as the Dead Zone. If we travel too far into these uncharted waters, a pack of these ghostly terrors will spawn in to attack. Next up, meet the largest of the hostile leviathans, the sea dragon. This enormous creature inhabits the inactive lava zone and lava lakes below them. It almost looks like a hideously evolved version of the lava lizards we covered earlier. A colossal carnivore growing up to a length of 112 meters, the sea dragon leviathan is so resilient to heat that it even breathes pure lava from its mouth. Just one bite from the dragon kills us instantly. As you can see, its appearance is highly disturbing, featuring a reptilian head and a pair of massive webbed arms trailing squid-esque tentacles behind them. A mishmash of some of the ocean's most terrifying beasts, the sea dragon is one encounter travelers entering his lava lake kingdom won't soon forget. An alien lifeform created by a race known as the Precursors, the Warper is a truly nightmare-inducing creation. These floating aliens patrol the sea, eradicating anything infected that may endanger the planet's ecosystem. Unfortunately, this includes our character Riley. Obviously, the Warper's appearance is scary enough, a mess of tendrils, tentacles and pincers, not to mention a body revealing all its nasty innards to boot. But this isn't the reason why the Warper features so highly on today's rundown. You see, as its name suggests, the Warper has the ability to not only teleport itself around, but also to teleport any would-be explorers clear out of their ship and into the open ocean where they are vulnerable and disconcerted.
Yeah.
There's only one thing scarier than being teleported out of the relative safety of our Seamoth and into the clutches of this predator, and that is the Reaper Leviathan. At a length of around 55 meters with an enormous horned head featuring large pincer-like mandibles and 4 black lifeless eyes staring directly into our soul as it attacks, the Reaper Leviathan has caused many players to quit their Subnautica adventure a little earlier than planned. The Reaper is highly aggressive and can kill almost instantly if it attacks us outside of a vehicle. Even when travelling in a prawn suit or Seamoth, a few well-placed bites from this particular predator will wreck them. There are various Reaper Leviathans patrolling the game world. Its roar can be heard from great distances and strikes the fear of God into anyone unfortunate enough to hear it. This roar is a form of echolocation. The Reaper is blind but uses audio to spot its next meal, meaning if you can hear it, the Leviathan is aware of your location and probably coming to attack. There is a good reason why this particular monster has been used to heavily promote the game by its developers. Its iconic look and sound make it the most terrifying creature inhabiting the waters of planet 4546b. And with that, we come to the end of this look at Subnautica's scariest enemies. But maybe you have a different perspective. Let me know your favourite creature design in the comments section below. Leave a like if you did enjoy this video, and of course remember to subscribe for more horror related content. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next video.